Shlam al From Kashkawa to Tel Keppe, the story is the same. In Kashkawa, our historical presence is denied through racist rhetoric that attempts to erase our identity from the land. In Tel Keppe, the confiscation of our ancestral lands is manipulated by showing it as an accomplishment. While efforts continue to legitimize decisions that stripped indigenous people from their property, the result is the same. Two governments, KRG and Nineveh government, through different methods, continue policies that weaken the historical presence of the indigenous Assyrian Chaldean Syriac people in their ancestral homeland, completing a process of displacement and demographic change that began decades ago under Saddam's regime. The names of the villages may be different, the legal files may be different, but the outcome is strikingly similar. Historical communities lost their lands, their presence becomes increasingly fragile, and each new generation faces greater uncertainty about its future in its ancestral homeland. Today, we turn another case that has remained unresolved for decades, the case of Tel Keppe. This is not simply a dispute over real estate. For the Assyrian Chaldean Syriac people, and specifically the people of Tel Keppe, these lands are part of their history, identity, and continued existence in one of the oldest indigenous communities of northern Iraq. During the rule of former Iraqi regime, lands belonging to the people of Tel Keppe were forcibly extinguished through decisions issued by the dissolved Revolutionary Command Council. Without the consent of their legitimate owners, these lands were subsequently distributed to employees of the Jaber bin Hayyan facility. After 2003, Iraq adopted a new constitution that prohibited the use of property ownership as a tool for demographic change. Successive Iraqi institutions also issued decisions reversing demographic engineering policies implemented under Ba'ath regime. These included decisions of Governing Council Resolution number 50, dated September 29, 2003, Legislative Order number 12 of 2004, Letter of the Presidency of the Republic of Iraq number 2/1/147, dated March 3, 2005. Resolution of the Higher Committee for the Implementation of Article 140, number 494, dated November 23, 2008. Ruling of the Court of First Instance of Telkaif, number 366/B/2010, dated December 12, 2011. Decision of the Nineveh Court of Appeal, Civil Division, number 10/S/2011, dated February 9, 2011. Interpretation of the Federal Supreme Court regarding Article 23/3/B of the Iraqi Constitution under number 65/Federal/2013, issued on July 23, 2013. Letter of the Real Estate Registration Directorate in Telkaif, number 1656, dated June 1, 2010, and United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, Article 25, 26, 27, 28, and 32. Together, these constitutional provisions, court decisions, and official directives have been cited by our people as demonstrating that the distribution of these lands was part of demographic change policies implemented during the previous regime. Yet, despite these legal developments, the issue continued to resurface. Starting to work on infrastructure on the ground have generated deep concern among our people, both inside Iraq and throughout the diaspora. They argue that these efforts threaten their historical rights and undermine the future of one of Iraq's oldest indigenous communities. For indigenous people, land is more than property. Its identity, its heritage, its memory, and it's the foundation of their continued existence in their ancestral homeland. For this reason, Assyrian Chaldean Syriac political parties, which are Assyrian Democratic Movement, Assyrian Patriotic Party, Beth Nahrain Patriotic Union Party, and also the Nineveh Bishops' Council of our church, Chaldean Catholic, Syriac Catholic, Syriac Orthodox, and Ancient Church of the East, have submitted a memorandum to the Governor of Nineveh, calling for the permanent closure of this file, the protection of the historical lands of Tel Keppe, and the compensation of beneficiaries of former regime decisions in locations outside minority-owned lands. The memorandum argues that such a solution would be consistent with the Iraqi Constitution, decisions issued by Iraqi institutions after 2003, and international standards protecting the rights of indigenous peoples. This is not only a memorandum, it is a final call for justice, for the protection of Tel Keppe, and for the permanent end of every policy that seeks to erase the historical presence of our indigenous people. Tawdi.